everybody is tipsy. Got the 2-piece, and you know that it's crispy. Welcome to the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast. We keep the combo flowing, hope you got a tall glass. Hosted by your favorite two, Rob Hollywood and J Duke the Groove.
Oh, what up, world? It's your boy Rob Hollywood.
And your man, J Duke the Groove.
And this is the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast. Episode number 59. Coming back on your funky ass. Doing what we do, saying what we say, and all that other shit. So we appreciate you tuning in as usual. Shouts out to everybody on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, wherever you may be. But we appreciate you tuning in with us, because you could be anywhere else. But again,
anywhere else in the world.
It's Chicken Whiskey Podcast, brought to you by Chicken Whiskey Network and all that jazz. While you here, while you listen, before we get started, hit like, hit subscribe, hit share the Instagram, do all of that. Tell everybody what you're listening to, and you know what I'm saying, help us get them views up. So, dog, what's good with you, dog? Before we take our shots and shit, you good over there?
I'm good over here, man.
Life's good.
Yeah, dog, man. You know, things will be slowing down at work a little bit over the next couple of months.
Oh man, ain't about to be doing nothing. This is like the best time. Yeah. These are the best times of having jobs and shit, cause you ain't gotta do nothing. Regardless of what you do, I can't really think unless you like work like Black Friday. Unless you worked Black Friday and stuff. Retail is the only place where you just about to be working.
Yeah, if you're in retail, life sucks right now.
Mm-hmm.
Retail. Oh, I got another one. Shipping, like UPS,
Amazon,
FedEx,
Post Office.
Yeah, all that shit sucks right now.
Yeah.
I did that.
I hate to be you. That looks good on you, not me, because we about to be chilling, working like partial days and shit, doing nothing the rest of the year.
If you're in or around the education industry around this time of year, it's everybody kind of knows.
Yeah, we know.
Don't ask me to do shit.
We know what else. So now let's get to our shit and do what we do. Opening shots. Opening shot. What you drinking on over there, my boy?
I like this, man. I really do like this, man. I got an Irish whiskey.
Okay.
Probably the most well-known Irish whiskey. If you don't know this, then I don't really know what your problem is. You're missing out. But today a little bit different. But Jameson Black Barrel. So
a baby corner
Irish whiskey.
Baby corner.
I got a little bit more than a corner left.
I got you.
I've been drinking it a little bit.
I thought Jameson is I think Jameson is probably the top Irish whiskey. It's probably the only Irish whiskey that I know, honestly. Yeah. What else is it? What's another Irish whiskey?
I don't want to say one just because I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah,
but I it's coming.
Google that. Google that. Sweat.
I don't want to give it. I really don't want to give it away too early, but I'm about to come up with Chicken and Whiskey Podcast list of whiskeys for beginners. Like what do you want to start your bar? We're going into the new year. Mm-hmm. What to start your bar off with in the new year. So that's coming, y'all just hold up, wait for that one. But I'll give you about 8 to 10 different whiskeys.
J Dude's whiskey list.
Yeah.
Whiskey list. J Dude's whiskey list or something like that. Yeah. So
it'll be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, be on the lookout for that. So what I'm drinking on will probably be on your list. As one of those, I'd say top shelf. I'd say not quite special occasion only. But I wouldn't just be pouring it up all day, every day. Well, I actually have a little Crown and Coke over here to the side. But what I'm going to take my shot of, and then I'll eventually switch over and continue to drink, is the most awarded American whiskey or bourbon of 2019 and 2020. I think I heard 2021 as well. And the 2020 Spirit Brand of the Year.
Let me guess. What? Okay, give me some hints.
It's black.
Other than all the awards.
It's black owned.
Oh, I already know it then.
We've been fucking with them for a while.
Yeah, day one. That's our day one.
Shout out to Fawn Weaver. I got a fresh new bottle. I just cracked the seal on. I got the 1884 version, which is the cheaper of the three versions that they have.
Is that the white label?
The white label, as we call it. I like the white label too. This is my favorite one. It's the cheapest of the three. It's the cheapest of the three that they have. Don't make me call up the years they have them, but the white label is the one I prefer. So I'm drinking.
I prefer the white label.
So if you're listening, not watching, I'm drinking Uncle Nearest whiskey. Beautiful story behind it.
Green.
If you haven't been listening since day one, shout out to you for being a new listener. As I pour this shot, it's a beautiful story behind it. It's a beautiful story behind this whiskey. So if you're not familiar, you should Google it and go find out. I'm not about to go into all of that, but it's black owned. The
tricked us.
Uncle Nearest is Nearest Green, as J. Do just mentioned. If you drink Jack Daniels, there's a green bottle that is dedicated to Nearest Green. And now, thanks to Fawn Weaver and her crew over there, they have their own bottle of Uncle Nearest whiskey.
Yeah.
So be sure to check that out. And if you're in the Tennessee area, they have a new distillery up there on the actual property and things like that, where the slave was at. So that'll give you a little bit of story, but go check that out. And then you get these little booklets. Oh no, not on this version. They used to give you these little booklets that told you about the story of how he taught Jack how to make Jack Daniels and all of that. But like I said, I'm not going too far into that. So let's go ahead and do what we do about this time. Now that we know what we drinking on, send it to the sponsors, pay some bills. But dog, take it from here, my brother. Saint sign over there. Wait. Didn't the Eagles just play the Saints?
So we go
up to it.
Down to it. We do it
cause we used to it.
Fuck no.
Oh, don't do it. Don't get these dubs. That was 2 weeks ago though. Let's get fucked up. This week's episode of the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast is brought to you by Wingstop. Wingstop Arlington, to be more specific, where we know you want that sauced and tossed Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now located at their new location at 2030 South Cooper. That's Arlington, Texas, 76013. Go check them out. Oh, we back. Thank y'all for tuning in again, as we always do about this time. Shout out to Chicken and Whiskey Network. Shout out to Chicken and Whiskey Sports. Another one coming soon. Shout out to
Wingstop.
Oh yeah, my bad. Shout out to Wingstop for the wings. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, we gonna record while we still got the wings.
I know. I had some Wingstop today, man. That is all gone. I will admit, though, it wasn't me this time. The kids got to that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really had some Wingstop.
So, dog.
A second ago.
So, dog, as we always do, I opened up the show, asked you how you doing. And now that we done had our opening shot, I want to ask you what you been doing on your side of the world, my brother.
Dog, on my side of the world, man, I've been chicken. I've been trying to, get past the first wave of holiday. Mm-hmm. We done got past Thanksgiving and all that, so you get how you get through the Thanksgiving holiday, and then it got a little bit of time, but that little time is short because you kind of rushing to get the last minute gifts and gearing up for
it's that
big dog holiday.
Yeah, like we talked about last week, the week before last, both weeks. It's the big holiday. This one rolls through fast, and it's time to decorate and get everything situated and stuff.
Got stuff to do.
Yeah, you got stuff to do. You definitely got stuff to do prepare for this one. So
So that's what I'm on. I'm on that right now. The good thing is, the kids are old enough now. We don't have to do the hiding stuff and the whole what's Santa gonna get?
Yeah.
Man, what you want?
I feel you. I ain't gonna say I feel you. I would say that I get you. I don't really know about the kids shit, but I understand though. On my end of the world, I ain't been doing nothing, man. I've been, like I said, fake working from the crib, doing nothing, working partial days and shit. Back tuned into the TV and stuff. What's been going on lately?
What's been on TV lately, dog?
Well, I know you don't watch a lot of these black shows, but I watched
I won for you this time.
Okay. Did you watch the Harder They Fall? Did you watch that?
The Harder They Fall, yeah.
The Black Cowboy movie. Did you watch that?
Yes.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
Totally. All right. Fist up in the air on that.
Have you heard the soundtrack?
I was aware. I was very aware of the soundtrack while I was watching.
Okay, so I was aware of the soundtrack. You know, the soundtrack came out before the movie, so I was already listening to the soundtrack. And then when the soundtrack made the movie even better if you were familiar with the songs.
I agree.
So I actually really enjoyed that movie. Did you catch the nugget? Did you catch the nuggets that are in that movie?
I would say I did, but I would encourage any and everybody to watch it twice.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because I bet you missed some stuff.
Yeah. You saw the train, right?
Yes.
You saw the name of the train.
I did not.
The name of the train was C.A. Bozeman train.
Wow. Nice.
Chadwick Boseman.
Nice.
I got another nugget for you. I saw this on YouTube, so I got caught up on the nuggets.
Okay.
But I actually did notice the train, and I was like, I wonder, is that Chadwick Boseman? And that's a nugget. You know, the movie was produced by, basically helped paid for by Jay-Z, right?
Right.
You knew that, right? Okay. So there's a scene when they're in one of the towns, and like behind them or something, there's a general store. The store is called Carter and Carter General Store.
I did.
And then I saw the director or whatever. He was like, he said he was talking to Jay-Z because he was naming the stores after people who were a part of the movie. And he was like, Carter. He wanted to name it Carter and something. And he said he talked to Jay-Z, and he said, what rhymes with Carter? And then Jay-Z said, Carter.
Carter.
So he named it Carter and Carter. So if you watch the movie, you got the train, you got the general store called Carter and Carter with the Jay-Z. The train is Chadwick Boseman, and it was just listen to the soundtrack. Now that you've seen the movie, listen to the soundtrack. Go back, watch the movie again, and the movie's even better now that you know the soundtrack. Like that song by CeeLo Green, there's a song by Seal, Lauryn Hill is on the soundtrack, Jay-Z on the soundtrack. The soundtrack fire. But what were you about to say you had? Which movie you say you about to have?
So, before I get to the movie, or really it's not a movie, it's actually a series. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that I really liked about the movie was, and here's my question, was Idris' character the villain?
See, let's not. Do you want to spoil it, or do you want to?
I think you can answer the question without spoiling it.
I don't think he was the villain. I don't.
Okay, cool.
Just leave it at that. I don't think he was the villain.
We'll leave it there.
I liked Idris' character.
Let's leave it there.
He had good intentions, you know.
Let's leave it there.
I said let's spoil that motherfucker, but fuck it. We gonna leave it there, and we'll leave it there. Not spoil it.
Give him another week.
Yeah, another week, and then we might come back next week and recap and be like, all right, let's talk about him being the villain or not.
Yeah, because I think is that a fair question?
That's a very fair question. Very fair.
Okay, cool.
Very fair. I'm solid with that.
Cool.
So what else I've been up to? What else I've been watching? Trying to think of something else I watched. You know I've been watching. You know, do you ever watch 60 Days In?
No, you haven't watched it.
No, this is good.
Yourself.
Why?
Because it's like, to me, watching that is like watching First 48.
I watch First 48 though.
I know.
heavy. I'm heavy on the First 48.
Like it's the same shit over and over on First 48. It's like watching Cops. Like it's just the same shit over and over again.
It is. You can always tell who's involved, and if they blurred out, they ain't got nothing to do with it. If their face blurred out, they got to do it. If their face is clear, they either snitching or they going to jail on First 48.
Exactly. And everybody snitches. Like, okay, I'm glad you brought this up. Here's what I want to say to the black community. We need to all stop snitching shit. Like,
nigga,
motherfucker snitch.
Nigga, you bring my ass in there, and I ain't got nothing to do with this shit, but you trying to put that shit on me? I'm telling.
No. Everybody on First 48 talks.
Yeah, so I heard I know they tried to record a series or some episodes in Jackson, Mississippi. And niggas wasn't telling. They wasn't talking. They couldn't figure out the cases.
Nobody was talking cases.
They was like, this ain't gonna work. So the Jackson, Mississippi is is probably hidden episodes somewhere.
They touched New Orleans for a hot second and then they quickly moved on.
No, that's funny because I actually saw a New Orleans episode recently. They had the dude from Cash Money Vamp. Or something.
Really?
Yeah, they actually had an episode of him getting killed. But yeah, New Orleans not a good place either. They're not snitching down there. So First 48, you gotta snitch.
One of my homeboys, man. We went to elementary school and college together, man. Is one of the lead detectives on the New Orleans First 48, man. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that job.
Be a detective or
be a homicide detective.
I think I could.
I don't know if I would want to be around that shit every day.
I just don't want to see niggas with their head shot off.
I mean, that's
damn, let me get coin dollar over there. My bad, I said the N word. Cha-ching. We need that as a counter or something, or like we need a sound effect for that. We're gonna put a sound effect.
Yeah, we said that like three episodes ago.
Yeah, but, no more of that. But yeah, we good. Root.
I think that comes along with the job. See, that's why I couldn't be a firefighter. Because a lot of firefighters are first responders, EMS.
Yeah.
I would have, I could have been a firefighter. Like, that's something that I really had an interest in doing. Uh-huh. But then when I found out that they don't make enough money just being a firefighter, they have to do the EMS thing, then I was out. I was like, nah, because
you might as well work for You might as well work for the goddamn ambulance truck. You be a firefighter. You got to know the same shit.
Yeah.
And you got to be prepared to go into a fucking fire.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a difference between paramedic and EMS. And, they have, I think, ambulance, they are the paramedics. Mm-hmm. And then you have EMS, firefighters, and everybody else. But, dog. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to have to go to car crashes and see motherfucking babies ejected from cars and shit.
So you say you wouldn't want to be a detective. Would you want to be a lawyer?
No, hell no.
Why not?
I don't want to put people. I'm not interested in being around that shit, dog.
Okay.
I have no interest in seeing the worst of people.
Okay. So, would you want? I've been one before. I've been called 8 times. No, I've been called 3 times. Would you? One. I actually was selected and chosen to make decision. What about being on the jury?
Knock on wood. I've only been pulled for jury duty, actually summons to go to jury duty 3 times, I believe, mm-hmm. which is crazy. It's nuts that it's only been 3 times.
Were you ever selected?
No, I was never selected. The one time that I almost was selected was for a crazy ass case. It was a case where the husband put a hit on his wife.
Really?
And the reason why I didn't get selected, I believe, is because it was a teacher.
And you're like, I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
So I actually got selected once here in Arlington. I don't know if it's a Texas thing or just a Arlington or a Tarrant County thing, but I guess if you fight something so far, you get the right to a jury. Bruh, this thing was about a U-turn and a turn. And it was so horrible. I could not believe I was there. And this dude was horrible too. We found his ass guilty of that shit. And it was like a $200 fine, bruh. It's like a $200 fine. I was like, this is a waste of time.
Did he have a lawyer?
Nope, he didn't. He defended himself. He basically went up there and talked about himself. Well, he basically went up there and heard from whoever, and that was it. And we found his ass guilty of that U-turn. And he was like, "Why you do that stuff, man?" He was an Uber driver or some shit over by the stadium, and yeah.
He was fighting that he didn't he didn't do a U-turn.
He didn't do a U-turn.
That's pretty
cut and dry. The cop say he saw you do a U-turn. You probably did a U-turn. And he was like, no, I came from no. He said I didn't do it in an illegal U-turn. He tried to say it was legal.
Was there a sign?
Exactly. There was a sign. They sent a picture of the sign. They showed a picture of the sign. Like, it was ridiculous, bro. And then it was right by the stadium. I was like, you can't do no U-turn right there on game day.
No, not at all. Even if there wasn't a sign, on game day.
You can't do no U-turn. All right, y'all. So I'm sorry y'all for us getting too deep into jury duty, but I was asking you that to ask you this. It's a couple. Well, about a week and a half late or whatever, but whatever. If I don't even know how to ask you, I don't know, should I ask you if you were on a jury, or what do you think? Let's just get into it. What do you think about Kyle Rittenhouse? Because I know a lot of people on the internet.
White boy case.
A lot of people getting their feelings. I don't know why. If you're not used to this shit yet. If you're not,
I'm sorry.
No, I'm about to. I think we have not discussed our feelings on this, guys. We just said we're gonna discuss it. This is fresh. A lot of people get emotionally attached to verdicts without watching the trial or even knowing the facts. So I just want to ask you what you think about the case, or what you think about the verdict. Let's just get directly to the verdict.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, it didn't involve black people, so I ain't give a fuck.
Okay, they tried to make it about race and say he was, but whatever.
Yeah, that's my main point that I want to. This had nothing to do with it. Okay, it's America, so race had a part to play in it.
Yeah,
but it wasn't, and I think a lot of people thought this was a white kid shooting black people.
I think a lot of people still think that.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
It's the principle, though.
He was really funny about this, and I don't know if y'all have heard this, but he has since come out saying he supports matter, which is hilarious to me. But whatever.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Like, no, this has nothing. I really gave very few fucks about it, but it wasn't down to zero. It was just few. I think that the prosecution. Well, before I say all of this, I thought the judge was fucking ridiculous.
He was trash.
The judge was horrible, and this might be the first time in history of criminal justice where the judge actually mattered. Like, dude, you're a referee. Like, we don't want you to be a part of the game, dog.
Right. We knew what the judge was already. He had already decided what side he would be on if he was on the jury. But he tried to convince the jury, and he was like, "Nah, they're gonna throw this charge away. But y'all decide on what you want to do. But let me explain to you."
Right.
The judge basically said, "Let me explain to you how you say he's not guilty."
Right.
All right, continue, Doc. What else you think?
Like, the judge looked out for this kid so much that it was kind of laughable that we were actually having a trial after that part, because I felt like he had already set the shit up.
Absolutely.
But then
he threw the alley-oop.
Yeah, he definitely threw the hoop. But then the prosecutors, like, when even though they saw that the shit was tilted, they just said, fuck it, we going all the way in. We know the judge don't want us to do A, B, C, or D. You know what? We about to give them A, B, C, D, and we gonna piss on that shit. Like, the prosecution was really like, man, we don't think we gonna win this bitch anyway, so we just gonna say the hell with whatever the judge talking about. We go with the fuck we want.
Did the prosecution try to get that motherfucker thrown out?
I think so. I think the prosecution was like, you know what? If by some small fucking pube hair of a fucking chance that we win this, make sure that there's a fucking way for this kid to appeal it.
So obviously by now everyone should know. If you don't know, you don't even know what's going on. You're too busy on Instagram. Well, you probably seen on Instagram. He was found not guilty on all charges.
Yeah, big fucking surprise there.
Big surprise there. You were shocked there. What the fuck? Didn't nobody even riot after that shit? Like, no, this is the first case ever. No one was upset. I think all. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. He fainted. He cried. Nobody cared. Everybody knew he was about to get off of that shit. Everybody knew it. And there's still people. I don't understand why you people out there that are even upset about it. What else did you expect? Or did you not? Did you not even watch the case? The prosecution failed. Period. They failed. Period. The case wasn't even really that strong. Now the one thing
it wasn't that strong.
It was not that strong case. The only thing I will say is that the lady that was the lawyer, we're not gonna get into the other case yet. The lady that was the lawyer in the Aubrey case made a statement that the lawyer in the Rittenhour case should have said, you cannot claim self-defense if you started this shit. The prosecution never said that. Right. Why the prosecution?
A dangerous situation.
I don't know why the prosecution on the Rittenhouse case didn't say that shit. They never said that. They helped make it look like it was self-defense. I knew that shit. I knew he was getting off. They about to give him all kind of self-defense on that shit because did he fear for his life? Yep, he did. Was he being attacked? Yeah, that motherfucker whooping his ass with that skateboard. Did somebody try to grab the gun? Yep, they did. But hey, you started this shit. But they never said that. I knew he was getting off. I ain't even mad.
No. Like I'm really tripping on the fact that initially he was just like, yeah, I was going there to protect the community. And this guy asked me to protect his property. And the guy was like, no, the fuck I did.
The guy wasn't even there.
He was like, no, the fuck I did. Like, the motherfucker said he was going there to protect some people that had no clue that he was protecting them.
So raggedy ass. And then it was
still couldn't get this bitch convicted.
At a used car lot.
That's like, when you driving and you racing, but nobody else know you racing. Like, this nigga here say, yeah, man, I gotta go fucking protect these people. Nigga, nobody
asked you to. Nobody asked you.
This motherfucker say, yeah, I'm EMS.
What? That was the only good thing that the prosecutor said. He was like, so were you a volunteer? Like, were you a volunteer? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like, stop. I knew that motherfucker was getting off.
But then it's like, man, you fucking EMS. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might not have seen a whole lot of shit, dog. I'm from the South. I'm from Louisiana. We do shit different. And around the fucking country might have some different shit going on, dog. But My slow country backwoods ass ain't never seen no motherfucking EMS pull up with a fucking AR.
With an AR.
Like,
Here to-
shit ain't never happened.
Here to protect people. Here to protect people and protect this property, but I need an AR. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Man, if you don't get your ass out of here with that dumb shit. But with all of that being said, I knew this bitch was gonna get off all that
I
shit.
knew it. I knew it. I don't even know what else to say. I knew he was gonna get off.
Wasn't gonna be close.
It wasn't even a fight. I knew that motherfucker get off. I ain't never seen.
As soon as the judge, no bullshit, dog. As soon as the judge said, you can't call these people that have died victims. Like, wait, hold on, back up.
They're dead.
Motherfucker get shot.
They got shot
Motherfucker get shot.
with an AR.
Died.
No, they got shot with an AR.
Wait, so you mean to tell me if a motherfucker gets shot and he fucking he's deceased, he's not a victim of a homicide? I don't care if it's justified or not. The motherfucker's dead by fucking gunshot. He's dead. He's a victim of gunshots. What the fuck are we talking about?
And we're not talking about a little 9mm,
No.
a little 380.
But if we were, if they died, it doesn't fucking matter. They're victims.
We talking about an AR. You had an assault rifle.
Like a military style, nigga. I pull out the chopper. Like
You shot it.
hey, listen. Listen. If God forbid this ever happens, but if a motherfucker shoots me with an AR, I want y'all to call me a victim.
Please.
I want y'all. No,
Please.
please. I'm a victim of some shit. I don't know if I deserve the shit or don't deserve the shit, but I'm a victim of some shit. Some shit that fucking went wrong. I didn't wake up that day.
Something and say,
you know what? At the end of this day, you know, if I get shot, yeah, shit, you know, I had it fucking coming. No, motherfucker, I'm a victim.
bruh, it ain't no way in hell I'm the victim of a nigga. Damn, another $1. In no way in the hell. Cha-ching. It's in no way in hell I'm gonna run up on somebody with an AR. Period. Hey, you got an AR? You can have it, whatever you want. I don't want to mess with them used cars on that used car lot over there. Like,
hey, listen. Here's some real bold ass shit for a young king to do. You see a motherfucker walking down the street with an AR, and you fucking kick pushing on your fucking skateboard. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, dog. No fucking way you should choose the skateboard. like
No
you
way.
got an AR. Matter of fact, here's the scenario. Me, you, we're about to have a fight. On the table, there's an AR and there's a skateboard. And they're like, hey, before we fight, we're gonna choose our weapons. Guess what I'm not picking? Bitch, you ain't gonna see me skateboard peeing nothing around this motherfucker.
I'm not gonna
if he don't
swing
get his goofy ass on with this goddamn skateboard,
I'm
this
not.
motherfucker had an AR. And he fucking swinging a skateboard.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Here's my point, though. If I have an AR, guess what I'm not fearing? I'm not fearing for my life if you have a fucking skateboard.
I'm gonna let this motherfucker loose on you.
I don't know how the fuck he convinced 12 people
Wait.
that he was scared for his life. He had a fucking AR.
I gotta-
The other dude had a skateboard.
Bro, it's no way in hell I'm scared for my life. You got a skateboard, you swing a fist. I got an AR with hollow point tips in that thing. I'ma let all y'all have it. I ain't scared at all. I ain't scared
At all.
I ain't scared with a 380. I damn sure ain't gonna be scared with no AR.
At all.
You and your skateboard, split that motherfucking skateboard.
Motherfucking goddamn.
Ain't no way. I'm scared.
Goddamn, all I can think of is Pharrell with a skinny ass medium t-shirt on,
and I'm scared of you.
Kicking a goddamn skateboard down the street, and I'm standing there in my fake ass EMS Halloween costume, but this real ass AR on my shoulder. Hey, get the fuck out of here, man.
Get the hell out of here.
But that's just how we say all of that to say just how bad the fucking prosecution fucked this shit up.
Yeah, they did. They fucked that all the way up. He about to do
but
all
even
kind
more
of interviews.
how much that judge wanted him to get off.
Yeah, that judge helped him. That judge worked for Fox News. He set him up with the interviews after that.
Yeah, dog.
All right, so
yeah, he's horrible.
Let's do this, dog. Let's do this. I think this might be something we can start new. And let's have like a fire transition. This might be something we can start new. Let's take a happy hour shot. Take another shot.
Okay.
And then let's take another shot. Happy hour. Happy hour because we're gonna try to keep it to an hour. But let's take another shot. And then I got a question for you for the next topic of the show, episode number 59, Chicken and Whiskey Podcast. And I'm pulling up real quick. If y'all don't mind, stand by with us, and we gonna pull another shot.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I want to talk to you about what I wanted to talk to you about something. I want to talk to you about what I saw in a group text. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, dog. Let's do it. We ain't gotta go up to it and down to it, but let's just take our shots. Shout out to everybody out there. We continue to listen. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit like, subscribe, and share.
Whatever that was.
I couldn't get it out. Hit like, subscribe, and share, and all of that. Be sure to tune in.
Man, we gotta get our subs up, guys. Man, I know y'all like checking us out on SoundCloud, man. Let's go ahead and check us out on the tube.
Yeah, so if you're over there listening to us, just go to YouTube, hit play, let it play for about 15-30 seconds. If you don't want to watch it, that's fine. But hit subscribe, and then go back to where you're listening to us at. So let's take this shot, and I got a question for you.
All right, bottoms up.
Let's get to it.
So the question's on the table. All right.
I
like that happy hour shots. I like
it's a little happy hour shot, a little break in between subject, unless the subject just rolls into the next one, and we just keep rolling. But if not, we take a shot.
I like that.
All right. I was in a group text.
Speaking of happy hour.
I was in a group text, and I don't think were you in that? You might. No, you weren't in that one. One of my friends was talking about this chick he just met. He was throwing out the what's the word for it? The Carfax, but there's another word.
Okay, the stats.
Yeah, throwing out the stats. He was like, "Hey, met this chick. Y'all check her out. Met her at the bar. Blah blah blah."
Ooh, whoa.
So no, actually. He didn't say where he met her at. He sent a picture from her Instagram. Okay. And he was like, "Y'all, I think I got me one." You know what I'm saying? I think I got me one. Look at this winner right here. The very first question. Well, the first one was like, a couple of the first messages was, "Hey man, she nice. She nice. Who that is?" But the first important question that caught my eye, that I felt like, why would you ask that? But also felt like, that's a great ass question, because he sent the Instagram post. The question was, where did you meet her at?
It's a solid question.
Because, and the reason why I think that's a very solid question, because that tells a lot. It means a lot.
Yeah.
And it could determine what the future may be.
Yeah, dog.
So I asked you that to ask you this.
Okay.
Is there... Let's start here. Is there anywhere you would meet a female at, or ladies out there, is there anywhere you meet a guy at, that is no way nothing is happening further than us just meeting, or this is just we just hanging out for a minute?
Yeah, jail.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Not me.
Well, yeah, if I meet you at jail, I ain't fucking with you.
I mean, you shouldn't be meeting no chick at jail anyway.
Like
unless you're in booking, you in booking. Unless you're in booking, you can be in booking. You can be in booking and meet her. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, in booking. If I meet you in booking, I ain't fucking.
Unless she the cop.
Matter of fact,
unless she the cop.
I'm probably still not fucking with you. I'm not gonna be in the headspace to really be in
to shoot my shot.
I ain't gonna be receiving the right vibes from you, and I definitely ain't giving the right vibes to you for us to have a moment to be like, you know what? I don't want this to be the last time we ever talk to each other.
Okay, so do you feel like that's a valid question of where you meet her at? Okay,
absolutely.
Okay, so if you were in the text and he said, "I met her at the club," is that a red flag, or is that a okay, cool?
See, to me, I would ask what club, on what day, and at what time. Yes, the club is one red flag. Yes.
Is the club a red flag?
The club itself is a red flag. Yes, but at our age, like I don't know how old dog is, but at our age, the club is a red flag. But I think you can get additional flags, or we can take flags away based on day of the week.
Was it
time of day?
Was it a happy hour type club? Were we turning up, popping bottles? Was she the bottle girl?
Was it a special occasion?
Yeah. What was she doing at the club? Because like, what if she just?
Exactly.
What if she was just like you? You know, hey man, my home man, one of the bros had a table. They ended up having a table next to us. We ended up meeting.
Or
situation like that.
This is her regular spot. Maybe
now,
this is her.
Maybe she's at the club every week. I'm not. That's a red flag for me. If I was out there, I'm married now. I don't know if I'm dating a chick that's in the club every week. Not the same club.
What if she's there every week, but it's 5:15, 5:30,
like happy hour,
and she's only there every week on Tuesday or Monday for Monday Night Football.
That I wouldn't call that the club though.
But it's a club.
I would call that the bar. Like you at the bar.
Is it a club though? That's what I'm saying. Like, what if it's a club? Park Ave. What if she was there every Friday for happy hour?
First of all, shout out to headquarters, the new Park Avenue. They open Friday, the day this episode comes out. So head over there tonight and check them out. Yeah. Happy hour opens at 5:00. They back. Then that happy hour is like over there. It used to be, you know, kind of a chiller groove.
It was a thing.
You could meet someone there.
We would have went.
Yeah. Yeah, we would have went.
And so my point. But it was absolutely a club.
It is a club.
There was no questions about that.
It is a club.
But if Dog would have said, yeah, I met her at headquarters happy hour, you would have been like, oh, okay,
cool,
yeah.
But I met her at V Live, or no, let's find another club. What's another club?
DG's,
strip club.
Cabaret South.
That's a strip club, not a club.
That's all the ones I know.
Okay, let's take it to Arlington. Let's say you met her at Temptations during club time. That's a good example of what you just said, because sometimes it's bar time and there's club time. But if you said the word club, that's a red flag. If you said club, that's kind of a red flag for me. Yeah, it was
midnight,
1, 2 o'clock,
like,
or the lights.
In my head, all of us can hit.
Everybody. Fair game. Fair game.
Y'all, cool. I'm glad you're telling us about her. But in my head, she's the immediate setup.
Somebody gonna be like, in the group text, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I've seen her in a club before."
Exactly.
Nah, that ain't gonna work for me. That ain't gonna work for me. As we said that, I was asked, somebody replied and said, where you meet her? And I was like, what's his right answer to that? What's his correct answer to that?
The truth.
No. I mean, like, what's a green flag? Put it that way. Where you met her at?
Where's the best in your, as from the male perspective? Where's the best place to meet a woman?
Mm-hmm. Oh, or you could say for a woman's perspective. We can give a shout out to our female listeners. You know, where's a good place for you to meet a man at?
Okay, I would say, and here's, people are going to disagree with me on this.
Okay, you about to say church or something?
But I am extremely confident about this. But people are going to totally disagree. Work is a great place to meet somebody.
It depends on where you work. Are you talking about a co-worker, or are you talking about while you're at work? Those are two different things.
Those are very different things.
Those are two different things.
Say a co-worker.
I don't believe in. Have you ever heard this phrase? Don't put your pen in company ink.
No. I love it.
Well, hopefully you love it. That's a great phrase I've heard before. Don't put your pen in company ink.
But okay. I can absolutely see all of the negatives to that statement. You know,
the negatives are positive.
Where you eat.
Yeah, don't shit where you eat. Don't get high on your own supply.
But here's the reason why I say that, dog, is because one. Let me preface all of this by saying, depending on where you are in your relationship search, if you still trying to play around, if you still really trying to move around,
be out, dog.
Wait. See, you talking totally different than I'm thinking. You're thinking is way different. So if you still out in them streets, then go ahead and fuck around at work.
No, I'm against putting your pen and company in. Period. You don't want. Okay, cool. You don't want them problems. Okay. Because you got to deal with them every day.
So what I'm saying is that if you're really looking to settle down, then I don't think work is as big of an issue. I think if you just try to fuck, then I think work is a problem. Okay. But if you really trying to settle down, then I don't think work becomes that big of an issue. And here are the positives, because we all know the negatives, and I will readily agree that there are negatives to fucking with somebody at work. But the positives, some of the positives, you might not know what they make, but you know they have a good job.
You might know what they make, though.
you might even know what they make.
At least you know a range.
You know what their you know how they interact with people.
Yeah.
Which is important.
Yeah.
You know how they clean up.
You know how they keep their desk or their area, right, or their classroom.
Right. You know how they present themselves, in that setting. You get a feel for if they're a follower or a leader, or if they just kind of off to themselves, or they in the mix with everybody. You get a lot of information from motherfuckers you work with, dog.
Absolutely.
And a lot of information that really is important to their potential long-term relationship status or long-term relationship capacity.
Absolutely. So would you say that I'm gonna ask this. So what you would say work is the number one place?
Would I say it's the number one place?
Let me tell you my number one place.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. I might know why you say that.
Why?
Hold on. I just put two and two together. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Did you meet your wife?
I know what you're talking about.
Did you? Wait. Hold on. Did you meet your wife at work? Because she's a teacher and a coach Is that where you met your wife at?
It's purely coincidental.
No, bullshit.
Purely coincidental. Now.
Bullshit. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Purely
Okay, hold
coincidental.
on. I see what you did there. But also see what, because I kind of feel like maybe it's just because we married now and stuff, and maybe it's because of who we decided to marry, which could bring up the next question. Because you would say work, I would say a more casual setting, house party, or people just hanging out together, friends, a kickback. But the reason why I would say that, because that's where I met my wife. And the reason why you say that is because that's where you met your wife. So I think that's why. Because I would say a more casual setting. I met my wife at a casual setting, and she became my wife. But you met her. Did you meet her at work? To be honest.
Honestly, yes, we met at work.
That's why you said that.
I don't know if that's why I said it, but I can definitely attest to it.
that it works. It works.
That it works. Right. That it works. Absolutely. But the other, you know what is funny? It's funny that you say that because I would also say school, college.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Because you're too young.
I'm gonna tell you why.
So you're not a fan of that? Okay, I can hear you. Why aren't you a fan of that?
Allow me to explain. Let me explain.
Okay.
I feel like some things. I know that's not how I want to say that. I want to say that I feel like when you date someone from college, you know too much about each other. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I think that's fair. But let me ask you this:
or you know too many of the, like, I understand having, because I'm big on Friendsgivings and my homeboys, my bros, wives all know each other. I'm big on that because I want everybody to hang out and have a good time. We all know each other. We ain't got to get to know each other. I don't want no bad vibes amongst each other. I'm good. I'm big on that. But I'm also not big on college stuff. Like, I want to leave college where it was at. Does that make sense?
Yes, but I guess here's my question. And when I say meet at school, I don't necessarily mean meet and have been together or dated in school and still together. Like you got married right out of college or some shit like that. What if y'all actually met at school, but y'all have lived separate lives?
You lived separate lives. You came back,
and you ended up meeting again. Yes.
I still kind of feel some kind of way with that because I might be like, I remember who you used to mess with, or you might remember who I used to mess with.
But who cares?
I don't want to. I might know something I don't want to know.
Now you losing me.
You're not feeling me on that.
I'm not. Because nobody like that. No, in your 30s, you shouldn't care.
I mean, I'm married now, and I married someone I didn't go to school with either.
No, what I'm saying is, no, either way, though. You wasn't, when you was out them streets, dog, you wasn't checking people's records like that.
I wasn't trying to marry him.
Even if you was just kicking it with him.
I wasn't trying to marry him, though. Because I knew what you was doing in these streets.
Everybody is doing that in them streets.
You're right. And you did, and you didn't know what I was doing in these streets.
So were you more afraid, or not? I shouldn't say afraid. Were you more concerned with them knowing your background?
No. I don't want to know. I don't want to know her background like that. That came out horribly wrong. I'm just not a fan of. I'm not a fan of marrying the person you went to high school with. You ain't even lived life yet. I'm not a fan of.
But no. We're not talking about marrying them then. We're talking about, so if you in your 30s happen to end up running across one of your old high school classmates, is that somebody potentially that you can see as a person you can date?
I'm not dating nobody from Poplarville, Mississippi. I love Poplarville, Mississippi to the
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't dating nobody from high school either, but
you feel me? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. Because I don't think that really means you know them. Like, I guess a part of the thing about college is that
you living your life.
Even if we weren't in the same circles, I think the benefit of going to the same school allows you to have a commonality. Like, I wouldn't want us to like necessarily go to homecoming together, that type of thing. That ain't the point. But you know what it is.
Okay, I feel you on that, but I also want you to.
You know,
wait. I also want you to check yourself on that.
Okay.
You didn't marry a Delta who knew how it is. I'm not married.
Right.
I wasn't marrying.
I have mixed feelings about that though. I have mixed feelings about that because I can see the appeal.
I can see how it could work if you understand. If she understands it.
If she understands it, I can see it. But I never wanted that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want that.
I'm
good with meeting somebody from across the world.
Here's the problem with that though.
They might not understand. They might not get it.
They might not get it.
They don't get it. They don't understand. You know, shout out to everybody listening, but y'all know we bros. You might not understand what bros do. I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to the frat house though till 3 a.m, but I ain't doing nothing. I'm
kicking with the bros.
For those that know, I'm 19 years in the frat as of last couple weeks. I'm about to be 20 years in. I ain't doing what these young bros doing, but I'm about to be at the frat house though. But I'm gonna be at the frat house.
Live. I'm the wholesome cues.
I'm in the corner. Believe it or not, I'm really in the corner, just looking at the young bros. Don't agree with everything they do, but I'm there though.
I'm the wholesome bros.
Yeah, but you gotta be able to understand that.
But you gotta understand that. And if we went to school together,
you would understand that.
You would understand it. You would understand, and more importantly, you would probably understand more why I don't have to be moving around like the young bros do.
Because I did that already.
Because I've done it already. you might have witnessed me do it already. I don't need to do all that shit no more. I'm good over here.
That's kind of how I feel, dog. I'm just not a fan of that, dog. I'm not a fan of like. I'm not a fan of just. I just don't know why. I'm not a fan of just dating your hometown female.
I feel you.
It's not my thing. It's not my thing. It's not my thing.
Like I told you, I know when you brought this subject up, I knew that my thoughts would be contrary to popular opinion. Because think about the two I said work and school. And those are two places that most people be like, I don't know about that. But
those are the ones you might know the best.
Those are the two situations that I had.
I want to get to know you myself. I'm sorry.
I
want to learn about you. I enjoyed learning about. I enjoyed learning about my wife. I'm like, for those that are out here dating, I know you say you don't like the dating stage or the dating game of. So what are you into? I enjoyed that shit. It was new to me. I didn't want to know, like, okay, I know your auntie, I know your mama. I knew them before I knew you. I know your mama stay at. That's not really my thing, man.
I feel you.
I like to get to know people.
I think I would tend to not agree.
And that's fine. I enjoy the process of meeting your cousins, meeting your dad, meeting your uncles. I enjoy that shit because I feel like I get to stick my chest out. But like if you know her already, oh man, I went to school with this dude. You mean you don't sit your ass down?
That's cool. I get all of that. That's cool. But here's the part. Here's the thing. I think for me, it's still different when I know you on a different level. Because I may know you. And I think this is more flipped for me. Like, because there's a lot of people that know me, but they ain't got a lot of people that know me.
Elaborate.
You know what I mean?
Elaborate a little bit.
There's a lot of people that know J Do the Groove.
Mm-hmm.
They know the bruh. They know Fo Dog. They know Screwed Up. They know Bobo. They know all that shit.
Yeah.
They don't. A lot of people don't know Jason.
I feel you. But that's kind of the same way. Like I want my wife. She knows me as Robert, my last name.
Right.
Anybody else? Well, not anybody else, but there's other women out there or the people out there just in general that knows me. Oh, that's Hollywood.
That's Hollywood.
That's my little line. Like if you call me Hollywood, I can't take you serious.
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
Right.
You don't know me. Like when I go back now that I say that, but it actually deters what I was saying, that somebody from high school knows me as that's Robert. That's Rob Houston.
Right. But
when I went to college and I became Rob the Q,
exactly.
I became Rob the Q,
Exactly.
Rob Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I became who I am today, and I meet you now at the club. What's your name? No, they call me Rob Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got to know my last name. I'm probably not even gonna tell you my last name because I don't want you looking me up on Facebook and stuff. It ain't none of your business. You don't need to see my mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
But that's my point. That goes to my point. That you lean into the whole I don't want to know anything about you. I don't really want you knowing anything about me. I want this shit to start fresh.
Yeah,
But to me, there's a lot of hurdles to go through, and there's a lot of things that I gotta navigate when I don't know shit about you.
It's the thrill of the game. It's the dating game. I like that.
I
like that. I like that. I like it.
Here's the problem.
Well, I
here's
liked
my
it.
problem.
Liked.
Here's my problem. Yeah, we all know. We all know. Both of us are washed. But when I was out there like that, it was hard for me to take you serious if I didn't know nothing about you. Because I'm telling you right now, if I met you in the club, you wasn't gonna meet me. You was gonna meet my persona.
You gonna meet J Do. You gonna meet Rob Hollywood. You not gonna meet me.
You're not gonna meet me.
You gonna meet the at version of me. You gonna meet the at version of me.
Yes, you was gonna have to. It was gonna be some time. It was gonna be some work to actually get through all of that shit and then meet me.
Okay.
Whereas with somebody that I work with or somebody that I went to school with, we don't have to go through all of that.
So let me ask you something.
It makes it a lot easier.
So let me ask you something. I would never ask you to take your ring off.
Okay.
But you've been married for a while. You about halfway wear yours, or you like me? I wear these rubber band rings most of the time unless I'm going somewhere.
Yeah. Rubber.
If you were back in right, rubber band. If you were still in the game, could you date, or could you not even say date? Could you take a female seriously, or should you recommend to the females that's listening? Shout out to all y'all, because most of y'all the ones that's listening. Could you take something serious if you met them via social media?
No, hell no.
Like, could you shoot your shot in social media to someone you've never seen in person? Because that's what these new people do, though. That's what these new people do. That's what these new generations, they do that. They shoot their shot via social media. They slide in the DMs. Well, the same way with the bros. We ain't got to get into that.
I don't think
with the bros knowing the bros, but
do females like respond to that shit? I don't know. Hell no. Fuck no.
I think they do. I think they let like guys slide in their DMs, and the next thing you know, they going out to drinks, and then I think they do.
I think that's a 20s thing. I can't see anybody mid to late 30s like really establishing or starting something serious
based on social media.
Based on somebody sliding in their DM? Hell no, Rob.
So let me ask you something. If you were in the game, do you think even at your age, or just let's take 5 years off? We know what age we are. Take 5 years off.
Okay.
Do you think you could? Do you think you could bag a chick off of social media?
No.
I think I could if I really wanted to. If I wanted to, I think I could.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think if I were 10 to 15 years younger, yes. But I didn't grow up like that, dog. I grew up in the time of getting digits. Like, I grew up in the time of carrying around pen and paper. You couldn't do that via social media? You couldn't. You don't think that you could like a few pictures, comment on some I would reels or whatever. But could you though? I'm not asking you, do you want to? I'm saying, could you? If I could, I wouldn't want to fuck with that chick. That's my point. Even more. If I can get you on social media, I don't want to fuck with you. I don't know about that, because I feel like, back in our day, we knew who we was shooting our shot at. We seen you on your good days, out and about, on the yard, going to class, in your bad days. But I also feel like if I was a part of this generation, if I was a part of when I say this generation, I mean the young generation. If I was a part of this generation, bro, I would be winning. But that's my point. And that's what I was saying. If I was 10 or 15 years younger, because then I'm in a different generation. But you're telling me as me right now, even 5 years ago, let's just say at 35, me, who I am, I wouldn't want you if I could get you off of social media. But if you're saying if I was 5 years younger, or 10 years younger, if I'm 30, if I'm 25 right now in 2021, then I'm in a different generation anyway, and that's what they do. That's what they do. They ain't got no choice. Right. But here's my other point though. I think if to a certain extent, I think it's all, if I meet you on social media now, like you still don't know me. So like now, I don't see how if you're a female, I'd rather meet you at one of my events. Like, I'd rather meet you at something that I got going. Yeah. Versus meeting your fake you. So if I don't want to meet your avatar. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. No, that's not what I want to say. I want to say, let's say you want to meet a chick. You want to get to know her. Is it easier now, or was it easier back in our times? If you were younger, am I talking about me right now? No, I'm talking about married, and I gotta go meet somebody. Yeah. Obviously, that's what I'm trying to say. So if back in our younger days, when we were younger, weren't married, weren't none of that. No, we can talk about right now. I'm comparing it. I'm comparing it. Okay. Back then, if you were in your younger age, where we was at back in 2005. Forgive me, y'all. I'm mixing drinks. In 2005 versus 2020. Okay. But 2020. You know it's 21, right?
Yeah, about to be 22. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm going to cut back a couple years. But I'm not saying you at this age. Okay, let's say 2005. What we were like 30. How old we were? 20.
In 2005.
2005 was 23, 25, right?
Yeah, we was around 25.
25. But let's take a same 25-year-old in.
Or 23, somewhere around.
Yeah. 20. Let's take a 25-year-old in 2020.
Okay.
What was easier for you? What would be easier for you to meet a chick?
Social media.
Could you pull a chick via social media easier than it would have been in person?
Yes, but yes, it is. But again,
It's not real. But it's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real. Like I think back
I can't talk to the 25-year-old.
I can't.
That's
I can't
what I'm
either.
saying.
I can't either.
I can't relate to you. I can't talk to you. I can't tell you how to get this chick. I can't tell you none of that shit. None of that. All I can do is talk to, if you're in the realm of, I would say, 35 to 45. I'm gonna give you that 10 years. Maybe I go 30 to 45. I wouldn't even go to, I might not even be able to go to 30. I might be able to. I would say 30 to 45. If you in that 15-year window, then I can fuck with you.
I feel you. So that's what I want to know. I just want to know, like, would it be easier today than it was back then? I think that your options would be way more. You know, we had options in college, but now with social media, if you're like if you just somebody younger listening, you got a wide range because you have access.
Way more options.
You have access to people. It's about the access.
Here's what I will say. I think.
Oh, I got a great example. Go ahead. I got a great example.
If I was single right now, it would be easier for me at 40 to get women now.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Because let me give you my great example, and then we can take another shot and get out of here. My example would be back in 2000. Let's just say 2005, 2006. If I was at the University of Southern Mississippi, if I was there and I wanted to meet a chick from Jackson State Alcorn, what did I have to do? I had to go.
You had to go there.
In 2020, I had the road trip. I had to hang out.
Yeah.
In 2020, 2021, 2022, what do I have to do?
Pick up your phone.
Get on social media.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you gotta do.
That's it.
Like a few pictures, comment on a few pictures,
like a few pictures,
get her attention,
and make whatever persona you think is gonna get her. Put that shit on social media, which could not be you at all.
It don't exactly, but you could get her attention though, and then you could be like, "Hey, I'll be in Jackson next weekend," but I had to be back in the day. I had to be in Jackson because I had no way to even meet you, to even see your hashtag, your Capital City Classic, your Bayou Classic, because that just happened last week per recording. Last week.
Right.
That's you see them, but do you see what I'm trying to say there? Of that,
Absolutely.
if you would have way more reach.
Yes, your reach is way more, but what I guess my point is speaking to to closer to our generation. As a guy, it's way easier for me to meet women anywhere, because now that we are at this age,
I'm not about to be on social media sliding no DMs.
But what I'm saying is, being a black man with a good job, with good conversational skills, nigga, cha-ching. We are the cream of the crop, and there's nothing to compete with us.
Absolutely.
Dog, you know how many, and the craziest part about it is that these younger dudes don't realize is, dog, be able to have a conversation. If you can have a conversation and you're somewhat humorous, then it's over.
It's over. If you can be humorous, hold a conversation, that is way better than 120 characters.
That's way better.
And you'll be winning,
man. And on that note, because that's a you just dropped one.
You'll be winning. So let's get out of here, man. Let's do our closing shots and do what we do about their time, and then we're gonna call the show for episode number 59. Next one, number 60.
You gonna play the song?
You know I am. I'm about to do it right now. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I need to announce it's West Hall at the bar. Oh.
Week in and week out.
Hey, I like that part. I like that part because it's horrible.
You're so corny.
Give us your closing shot, dog, and then I'm gonna give you mine. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Yeah, let me pour up.
I gotta pour it up because I like where we went today. You know, there's a lot of people out here, man, that want to be in relationships, and I guess the thing that I'm noticing more is the separation. I'm starting to notice us. I'm starting to notice myself for sure moving into that. I am moving into middle age, dog. Like I feel myself moving into middle age, and I think that brings along a lot of different things. And what I'm interested in, is the transition into middle age. Is it the same for women as it is for men? So here's my parting shot. I think that's something we can explore in the next episode or two. Just that transition. So my parting shot, my closing, my final shot, last call. Man, like take time. At the end of the year, we always do the best of the year, the countdown shows. You start getting through all of that, but really take a step back, man. Take a step back, assess where you are in life, and prioritize self, man. Like that's really what I want. Where I hope people get in this kind of reflective time of the year, man. Take a step back, reflect, and prioritize self. If you have big decisions that you want to make in 2022, man, prioritize yourself in those decisions and really find what makes you happy. Because I see so much negativity out there. I mean, people are negative for no reason. And if you really are living a life, living your life under a groove, really, really understanding what it means to be, positive vibes, then a lot of the stresses of life, a lot of the stresses of the world won't bother you. You will still be impacted, but you won't have so many ups and downs from it. So my closing shot, man, take a time out, reflect, and prioritize self. And I'm out.
So what I wanted to do for my closing shot, I know this ain't really got nothing to do with the episode per se, but it's still, appreciate y'all tuning in to holiday season's joints, but still want to say, it's still holiday season, and we still got the other holidays coming up, Christmas and New Year's. But it's been a hard last couple of years. So I just wanted to say, enjoy time with your family, appreciate the time with your family. You never know what's gonna happen over the next year or two. So just take the time to sit back, put your phone down, but also pick your phone up. Pick your phone up and actually call some people, man. I try to do better at the end of the year. I'm gonna definitely try to do better this year to start calling people on their birthday, so I can hear their voices and stuff instead of just sending a regular birthday text. But I just wanted to say, pick your phone up. Actually, pick your phone up and call somebody. So that's my thing that I just want to say is that sit down and actually call somebody and pick up the phone and talk to your elder relatives that might, I hate to say this, they might not be here next year.
Yeah, might not be able to see another holiday season.
They might not be able to see another holiday season. So that's just what I wanted to say, man, is that, pick up your phone. So if I had a Bodega Light, I would say pick up your phone and call somebody.
Yep.
And with that, I should have had the shot poured, but I don't. But I'm about to pour it up. A little Uncle Nearest
with Rob Hollywood, Bodega Light. Pick up your phone.
Pick up your phone.
They do the groove. Bodega Light. Prioritize self. Man, you gonna take your shot.
There's my shot.
Cheers with you, my brother. I ran out of Jameson.
You finished
Bottle's gone.
You finished the cone of the bottom. Well, let's get out of here, dog.
On something else.
Let's get out of here, dog.
Yeah, dog, man. Good show. Man, I love bringing it to y'all, giving the people what they want.
Give the people what they want.
Week in and week out. Fridays, 12 o'clock. We will be here. Chicken and Whiskey Gang. Love to have you. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, notifications, all of that good old stuff. Man, we love y'all support, and we love bringing you the content that you want to hear. And this is how we end the show all the time, man. God is love.
And love is God.
DJ, play my motherfucking theme.
We got the chicken and whiskey, everybody is tipsy. Got the 2-piece, and you know that it's crispy. Welcome to the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast. We keep the combo flowing, hope you got a tall glass. Hosted by your favorite two, Rob Hollywood and J Duke the Groove. There ain't no limits, we cover everything. Give it to you straight, we ain't pulling no strings. You know we chop it up just like sushi. Like the chicken, the conversation juicy. No topic is ever off limit. And it's so hot, you don't wanna miss a minute. Culture and sports, going back and forth. Relationships, every topic on earth. Now watch the show on YouTube. Make sure you're early, I ain't tryna be rude. And listen to us on your favorite place to hear a podcast. Cause you should have a blast. Every Friday at noon is when it goes down. We got the hottest combo around. You know what time it is. You ain't gotta ask me your favorite podcast. Nah, it's the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast. Let's go.